Sure. So can you? Vamos aqui. Vamos olhar para uma comida. Já vê? Alright, sure. Bacala sarau. This is camera 2's mic. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing mic.
Are we here? Are we gonna be right here?
I think so.
Where do you want? Where?
You know, anyway, where you
All right.
1 2 1 2. Testing mic. Camera 2. Camera 2. Camera 2. Camera 2. Camera 2. Camera. Ish up. All right.
The other one? Are we gonna use 1 or 2? Are we using 1 or 2 mics?
Camera 1.
using
Camera
both.
1. Camera 1. Testing camera 1. Testing camera 1.
Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Can I just quickly push through here? Is that all right? Can you still hear me? All good. Okay, we're just going to try and pull the second mic for Minister. Just going to see. Where is that second mic? I saw it a second ago. Setla, where's the second? There was a second mic.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
That is short.
How short is it?
1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2. How is it? Ish up. Okay.
Papa! Hey! How about some
Yeah, because I thought so. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. More. You want more? 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Sharp. I just thought. Okay.
Do what we have to do.
Hey.
I think if they can come, it's good anyway, so they can see all of this.
Yeah.
But
Who do you want to start with? Balula or what?
Are you on us already?
But you don't have camera.
Oh. Yeah, I'm good. We good.
You are like 4 minutes.
Yes. Hello? Okay. Okay. Okay, perfect. Thank you. Morning, Etty. So as you can hear, it's a bit noisy, but I can hear you.
You're not getting this mic?
Yes, I can. I can hear you. Hey, Leanne. If you are speaking to me, I can barely hear you. It's very, very noisy, but yeah, I'm all right. Okay, there you are. I can hear you there. Straight out of the ad break. Okay. Minister, please.
I don't know if you want to move that side. No, you are fine.
Yeah.
We want this.
We want
exit.
this, yes.
Yes.
So, yeah. I mean, they'll move around us, but yeah. But please ask ministers to come by. Yeah, please. The noise.
Yeah, they will feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you start.
I think just the work machine, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, can you hear it slightly quieter now?
Hey, Baba. Leave it.
Slightly quieter now.
Sikhuluma nabasekhaya manje. Ama potholes.
and it is a problem.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
That's why we have to fix it.
In this municipality alone,
Yeah.
driving through here, I've
You saw?
had to pay 11,000 rand because I once hit a pothole very badly.
You stay here?
No, I've got family here.
Oh,
So
yeah. That's why we come here. It is.
now it's bad here.
Yeah, it's bad.
Really bad.
The municipality is under administration.
Eh, that's why when someone said to me, no, you must go and lodge a claim, I was like, when is it going to be paid? Okay, here we go. Stand by. Stand by. This crossing is just going to be you, but it's okay.
Okay, yeah, no, it's fine. You just have to be here. Yeah.
Well, good morning, Leanne, and good morning, everybody. It's, as you say, an issue of national importance, and we're talking about potholes. Now, depending on who you speak to, South Africa has between 48,000 and 100,000 potholes, and of course they vary in size, but what we do know is that they do cause great inconvenience and often damage and great inconvenience to motorists as well. So this morning we are on the R57. So this is in Vanderbijl Park in the Emfuleni municipality, and people who live in this municipality or have to make use of these roads will tell you just what a nightmare it is, especially coming up on this road this morning. Not the first time I've used this road, and I can tell you it really is not a pleasant ride. And it's become such a problem, the potholes in South Africa, that one actually does not want to venture onto roads that you do not know at night, because it could be hazardous for many reasons, including and perhaps most importantly, those potholes. Well, I'm with Minister Fikile Mbalula because we're here for Operation VALA ZONKE. And we're going to tell you more about it, the minister will, and also why this ambitious project. Because if you remember, in March, Minister Mbalula actually indicated that the backlog when it comes to this particular infrastructure project is at around 200 billion rand. Minister, good morning. And maybe to pick it up there, like, it is a massive task.
It is massive. This is our response to mitigate a mess in terms of the local roads as well as regional roads. As you know that our national roads are in a pristine condition. We don't have challenges there because SANRAL is in charge. We talk budget issues at the local level, some of the municipalities. Regional roads also, you have the challenges like you see here in Fuleni, R57. So the president and national government directed that we must intervene directly to actually close the potholes and also redo some of the roads. You can see the road is not just a pothole, you just have to start it afresh. So that is what we are doing. It's a huge and an ambitious program indeed.
It certainly is, and I must tell you, when I first got the call to say we are doing this outside broadcast, Operation VALA ZONKE, it's about potholes, it took me a while to wrap my head around the fact that a whole minister had to come down from national government to what is a regional road, and there will be many, as you say, regional as well as municipal roads that you will have to intervene on. So what does that say about what's happening at municipal level, at district level? Are we failing?
Some of the municipalities are failing. I wouldn't understand what is the reason where you see the roads are being scuppered in Johannesburg, for instance. I drive around there. I can see the disaster that is coming. So we are having a decent conversation with them.
We are going to measure this program with 6 months to see the impact that we are making. And then our team through Sanral is collecting data and then intervening directly. And so the reason why we have to come down is because situation is just deteriorating and the potholes are just becoming a nightmare. And we are lucky now that the rain season, you know, is coming down a little bit and allowing us space to actually work on the road. But in the next 6 months after this launch, we will tell a story of the dent we have made in fixing the potholes. But we live in the skill with the people at the local level, particularly through Sanral, to ensure that this work continues, because potholes will always be with us. The question of road maintenance is a bigger challenge. We give money and then reprioritization doesn't take place there, way in which people will take the money, 400 million, and go and build one single road and then leave the potholes and leave a road like this to be in the state that it is in. So we are working with the MECs to basically think strategically when it comes to road fixing and maintenance.
So talking about those budgets and, as you say, being reprioritized at times, that in itself is a problem, because many South Africans will tell you, Minister, wherever they live, that you would see a road being built for several years. Now, obviously the cost factor to the inconvenience factor, but why is that allowed? Who is monitoring? Who's evaluating? Who is making sure that things actually get done on time?
We are doing that as the department now. It should be provincial departments to do that. That capacity, if you look at it, it is not there. So we are bringing that capacity in our planning, monitoring and evaluation to look specifically to road maintenance. We give money, we keep pumping money. We've got 11 billion rand allocated in the current financial year, distributed across the provinces, but plus the equitable share that provinces benefit from. With regard to us in terms of Sanral, the budget we are able to spend and then fix and build new roads. It is very clear nationally, you can see that. That has been the Achilles heel at the local level, where you find that the fixing of roads, maintenance, monitoring from an engineering perspective, the lifespan of this road. You can see the problem we are fixing here this morning, that the road is solid underneath, but this has been a poor workmanship in terms of constructing this road. And then probably it was supposed to last for some couple of years, but it doesn't. So this is the work that must be monitored and stay in the radar and the data room of each and every province to know, is R57 still meeting, you know, the time frame that we have set for itself, or it requires a complete redone, to be redone. This is the engineering capacity that you can see over time has actually been depleted. And as we do this work, we are basically bringing that back into operation and ensure that our roads all the time, potholes coming up, they are actually fixed. Even at local level, potholes with rain and all of that will always be with us. It's part and parcel of the road maintenance. So when we speak today and explain in the launch, this project will include upskilling and targeting the youth and women across the country. Thousands and thousands of people will actually be taking part in this, and ensure that the budget are well spent going forward.
And that is the crux of it, isn't it, Minister, that the budgets are well spent? Because let me take issue with you saying that, you know, potholes will always be with us. Yes, because roads have limited lifespans, but in the interim, there needs to be maintenance work, there needs to be resurfacing that needs to be done. And one would imagine that those people who are in charge of this would know that. But we can't keep throwing good money after bad, so that when we are told that a stretch of road, the potholes have been fixed, and as soon as the rains come, those same potholes open up again, surely that's not value for money.
Yeah, that's not value for money. For instance, if I give you an example, R57, this is a complete redoing of what you would have looked at as a pothole. And then we're applying engineering skills. It's not just thumbs act and all of that. We've got top engineers here from Sanral who are advising and doing the work with the locals. You are right. If you don't have that capacity, you'll just be throwing money, and somebody will be benefiting from a business point of view that I've done the job. I live with something in my kitty. That is the corrupt tendering process that has also affected us, where you get people doing the work and not finishing it, shoddy workmanship. That is what is actually killing our system. So when somebody says, I don't see corruption as a problem, come and see it here. Go and see it in the Eastern Cape, go and see it in the Free State. Poor workmanship, somebody given a job, never finished the job, and then did the job, finished it, but poor. That's corruption. And then the person goes with millions. I went with the president to Limpopo, opened a 42-kilometer road, money spent 400 million. And the president said to me, no, it can't be. And then, I looked at it, indeed, it can't be. With that 400 million, we'll have built a lot of roads. We can spend 400 million if the workmanship is proper, engineering people have advised us correctly, but to spend 400 million just down the drain, it's another thing. I was in the Free State, in my hometown, going for a funeral in the township there. I saw them, they've done what is called brick paving. Township must be brick paved because that is the cheapest way to go. And then because if you get a pothole in a brick paved, it's easy to fix it. So as we battle with urbanization phenomenon, then those new areas must actually be brick paved. I see it in Mangaung, it does work. So these are the new things that if we are working, we've got people doing their job properly. Below us in terms of civil servants and all of that, we shouldn't be having a problem of coming from up there in Pretoria down and fixing roads and doing all of that. We've got to do it. We will measure this with 6 months because cars, people are getting into accidents and all of that. We've got to fix these roads.
Indeed,
and that is it, and this is our response, and we'll table it properly later on.
And I think for the road users, they will not complain about the problem actually being addressed. Yeah. However, what about the consequences of that corruption that you speak about?
That is why hands on deck in terms of corruption is part of every aspect of redistribution of resources to fix for service delivery. There'll always be corruption. We manage huge resources. When I say there will always be corruption, I mean where there are resources and they are being redistributed, billions of rands and all of that, there will be that person with the temptation to steal money and to undermine processes in terms of funds distribution. So that is why, as we do this work, and even going forward, checks and balances to fight corruption must always be there. So it must not be left to chance, because if you go to each and every province, you will find that there is a problem of somebody given work and did shoddy job, disappeared with resources. The question is, what happened? Consequence means that company must be blacklisted in the system. Consequences means money must be followed and that person must be arrested. Consequences mean managers who approved a tender given to somebody without looking at the capacity of that person. It means those people have been in cahoots. It's a javelin. All the people in the system holistically must be dealt with. And that is what is important. So you don't just go for the minnows and the lizards. You go for the jugular. You deal with where it started. How do you, as a department, give work to somebody who does not complete and yet there is no consequence? And we will come back and do what we are doing right now. So that is what we should do.
And we'll help you keep a watchful eye.
Absolutely.
Minister, we'll park it there for the time being. And of course, we'll bring you more. We'll speak to other stakeholders here. It's a whole operation. As you heard the minister said, SANRAL will now be basically overseeing, bringing their expertise to this local municipality to try and improve the situation here. So more still to come here from the R57 in Vanderbijl Park. But for now, it's time for news headlines with Leanne.
Thank you very much. Lovely.
Naye singamenzela apha